You wanted a title race? Here is a title race for you. It is Arsenal and Manchester City. Chelsea fumble, Enzo Maresca fault. Arsenal with all centre backs out. Only Hincapié played the game. That is a centre back. They win 2-0 against Brentford. Manchester City with a massive drama. 5-4, of course. And Liverpool, Arne Slot is still here. And the Premier League table looks like as it is in front of you now. We're going to analyze all the games. We'll talk about all the games. Chelsea, Arsenal, City, and the Liverpool game. We'll give you just a roundup of what is going on. We're trying this. So with your help, I need your help. Hit that like button, guys, if you guys are here. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. This is Footy Judge Mo. We're trying to reach 50,000 subscribers. This is a video that I haven't done. It's just a roundup of the games that have been played so far in game week 14. And the table is in front of you. We will absolutely, definitely start with the Chelsea game. I have to start with the Chelsea game. But before that, I'm going to remind you, like the video if you guys are here. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section, of course. There will be timestamps for every part if you want to just jump to your part or you want to listen. This won't be as long as you think. Just quickly, for Chelsea, I'm going to say that Enzo Maresca have let me down. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. And he has let me down without a shadow of a doubt. And the reason why I'm saying this, the rotation was not needed like this, Maresca. There was no need to play Chalobah right back. You could have started Malo Gusto and then brought on Reece James in the second half. That is number one. You could have got Palmer earlier than the 60th minute. There was no need for not playing Achimpong. You could have played Achimpong instead of Tosin Adebayo at the back. You didn't need that many changes. Badia Shirley, Tosin, and Chalobah, that cost you. And it cost you massively in the game. And you know, a lot of people will tell me and talk to me about, yeah, Chelsea title race. You guys said that Chelsea were good. Chelsea are a good team. But this team that played is not good enough. Gittins on the left side might not be the best option. Yes, he had an assist. But come on, in the first half, he was not even involved in the game. Enzo Fernandez and Andre Santos, they look good. But Leeds literally in this game took them to school. That wasn't good enough. The structure wasn't good. They were being ripped apart. I know they had the ball and the passes, but every time Leeds had the ball, they were able to bypass Chelsea. And that wasn't good. And that, I know that a lot of people want to laugh. I know that a lot of people want to joke about it. Oh, Chelsea drew with Arsenal, the 1-1. And also, this was 10 men. This Chelsea that played against Arsenal is completely different than the Chelsea that played against Leeds. Lackluster, no fight, no effort. Delap and João Pedro together, it doesn't look like they have any synergy whatsoever. There is no chemistry whatsoever. João Pedro, in some parts, and I want you guys, if you're a Chelsea fan, João Pedro looked disinterested. Disinterested in the tackles, disinterested in giving the effort. You know what? Enzo Fernandez, I'm going to say this. Even though Enzo Fernandez is a very good player, right? I don't think he's one of the best. I don't think he's the best midfielder. I think Caicedo's better than him, right? But he never gives you less than 100% of an effort. He never steps on the pitch and gives you less than 100%. And for that, at least, I'll give him a pass. For that, at least, I'll give him a pass. But the rest of them should not fight. Estevao, again, a young player that I'm not gonna actually put too much on Estevao, 18 years old. He looked fantastic in some games, but he had it rough. Welcome to the cold nights of the Premier League, away at tough grounds where the fans are gonna be on your back from minute one. And that is what he needs to learn. And Tosin Adebayo, I'm just gonna say this. Tosin Adebayo, the guy that I thought is bringing experience to Chelsea, the problem now is not experience. It's the lack of ability. The guy doesn't have even ability to play for a top club like Chelsea. But just all in all I have to say is that awful results for Chelsea. They needed this win to actually stay within touching distance from Arsenal. That is a top. This 9 points difference now. And the question that I want to ask you, do you think Chelsea will get close to Arsenal comes March? Or do you think the distance will get bigger? And speaking of Arsenal, and speaking of Bukayo Saka scoring a goal, and Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino, who had man of the match. I think it's Ben White who won man of the match, but I thought Mikel Merino was phenomenal. But I'm going to say this about Arsenal when we go to this section. To be honest with you, Arsenal Football Club and the way Arteta built this team is nothing short of an extraordinary. And the reason why I'm saying this, they had the two center backs out. Ben White started, Madueke started, Odegaard came back from injury, and that right side looked like it's cooking, completely cooking. It looks like they all have chemistry. They all have been playing together forever. Madueke, I don't think he has ever played with Ben White. Mosquera, I don't think he has ever played with Ben White, to be honest with you. And that right side looked very good for Arsenal. And that is down to the coaching. And that is when people say that we think this Arsenal team is different and it looks good. You gotta admit, I know the rivals don't want to admit it, but you have to admit that this team looks good, that this Arsenal team looks different. They are now currently on 33 points, 5 points ahead of Manchester City, who are chasing them, who won. And we're going to come to the Man City game. But you look at this and you look at the number one of the things that not a lot of people talk about is Mikel Merino playing as a striker when they had three strikers out. Eucharist coming back from injury. Jesus couldn't play because he was on the bench and he's not fit enough. And Kai Havertz is still injured. And Mikel Merino, that header that he scored. I'm going to say this. That header was a top-notch movement and a top-notch finish by someone who had 29 GA for club and country in 2025. That's for a midfielder. That is phenomenal. Listen, Mikel Merino has proved to be a weapon for Arsenal Football Club, a weapon for Mikel Arteta, someone that is so reliable up top that you'll always count on him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 4 games, now he has had 5 games. He had 8 GA in the last 5 games for Arsenal. That is freaking a lot, you know. That is tons and tons and tons. So you think about it. I'm going to say it again. David Raya was ridiculous, was amazing, was phenomenal. Again, arguably, if you're going to ask me, currently, because Alisson keeps getting injured, Alisson in and out, Alisson has not been fit, and Liverpool have been bad this season, David Raya is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League currently, and nobody gives me the Donnarumma props. Go and check. Go and check the stats. Go and check everything. Watch with your eyes. Donnarumma is good. He ain't David Raya. What David Raya does for Arsenal is absolutely nothing short of amazing. And the reason why, it's not only because of his save percentage. It's because of his distribution and him being an extra player. Arsenal play with 12 players. Arsenal play with the goalkeeper. Basically, David Raya is another player that they can build from the back with. And I like that, what I'm seeing from David Raya. Noni Madueke, another player that a lot of people said that he's not good. I like Noni Madueke at Chelsea. I think Arsenal overpaid for him. Don't get me wrong. I think Arsenal overpaid for him. But in the same time, I'm not going to be disingenuous. He is proven to be a good player. This game, by the way, I think he's the reason why Arsenal scored the first goal. And I'm going to repeat this. If you haven't watched my Arsenal analysis, I said that if Yamal did what he did in this game, if it was Cole Palmer, if it was whoever, people would be writing headlines about that pass that he did for Ben White. But what a game by Arsenal. Steady. Arsenal are so steady, people. 2-0, and Bukayo Saka off the bench scoring. Bukayo Saka is different this season. He's kind of looking for goals more than trying to create for his teammates. And I like that about Bukayo Saka. You let me know, who do you think was man of the match? And do you think this Arsenal team is going to go the whole distance now for the league? I think they are. Until proven otherwise, I think they will go the whole distance. I think they are the favorites to win the league. Going for another team that was supposed to be winning the league, that is supposed to be actually doing good, Liverpool Football Club at home against Sunderland. I'm not going to be shameless. They got a point, but they were bad. They were so bad, and they should have lost if it wasn't for Chiesa tracking back 70 yards to prevent the goal from being scored at the end of the game when Sunderland were on the brink of winning the 3 points. And it all goes down to one thing. If you're still here, guys, and you're enjoying this video, I need you guys to let me know if you enjoyed this video and you want me to do it after every game week. Please, please, please. I'm trying to be fair for every club. In this game, Liverpool Football Club, to be honest with you, it's all about this man. Number one, he left Mohamed Salah on the bench, fair and square. It's your decision. You left Mohamed Salah on the bench. By the way, he came on in the second half and he wasn't good, Mohamed Salah. He stuck to his guns. He left Mohamed Salah. And Liverpool still looked bad. And Liverpool didn't play well. Liverpool played awful. There is a stat that I'm going to tell you guys just after I finish with Arne Slot that will shock you. It will shock you, actually, that you won't believe it, that it's actually true. Arne Slot is still at Liverpool. He's given another game, which is the Leeds game that Liverpool play in the next game. I think it's a disgrace. I think he should be sacked. I'm not sure how is he still here. It's absolutely nuts and ridiculous that he's still here. Like the way he manages the games, I know that there are some individual players that are awful, that are terrible. And the number one of them is Mr. Virgil van Dijk, who I think is culprit for a lot of things that happen at Liverpool. I called Van Dijk the best defender ever in the Premier League. What he's doing this season, what he's doing now at Liverpool, is a player that looks like he's so declining to a point that he needs to go to save his legacy. He needs to go to save his legacy. If he's going to continue like this, if Liverpool are not going to change the manager, maybe Van Dijk. And I think Liverpool will change the manager. But the performances from Van Dijk, if you just watch the goal, he gave the ball away and then he turned his back on the shot. Yeah, Van Dijk, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Have the guts and the balls to stand up for the ball. Have the guts to go and close down the guy that is shooting. Don't turn your back on it. That's what he did. He turned his back on the ball and the deflection took it to the goal. That is disgraceful. What is this? What are you doing? Where is the play for the badge? Where is play for the club? It's nuts. And I can't believe that he's doing this. And I don't know what happened to him. They fell off a cliff. All of them fell off a cliff. And I don't think it's a player's problem now because all of them look awful. Mohamed Salah, by the way, was left on the bench like this, as you see in front of you on the screen. The guy covered his face. The guy doesn't want to be there anymore, probably. The guy is like, I'm going to go to Saudi. It's either this manager go or I'm going to go to Saudi. You guys blame it. I'm going to ask you a straight question if you're a Liverpool fan. Do you think Liverpool should sell Mohamed Salah in January or at the end of the season if there is an offer coming in? Or do you think he should stay? I'm going to ask you the tough one. If you're offered to replace Salah with Semenyo today, would you do it? Would you replace Salah with Antoine Semenyo today in January, in the next month? Would you do it? He's going to go to AFCON, Mohamed Salah, and people are going to stop talking about him. I promise you this. But there is another guy that we need to speak about. You know, Alexander Isak in this game had 14 touches in 86 minutes. You know, he completed only 2 passes. Like, I cannot believe, I couldn't believe it when I saw the stat. I thought about it because when the game was being played, I was watching multiple games at the same time. And I didn't notice it. But every time I looked to Liverpool, Isak is not involved. I looked, Wirtz is involved. McAllister is involved. Liverpool maybe trying to move the ball. Isak is completely out of the game. And he was given an 86 minutes and he provided 2 passes. No shots, nothing. No chances, no dribbles, nothing. The guy offers nothing. I am guilty. I said about Isak at Newcastle with Haaland and he creates for himself and all of this. This is a shell of himself. This is not the same player. And it's ridiculous. And I don't know what is happening at Liverpool currently. You're not going to tell me that Isak hasn't played full minutes, hasn't played the full game. This is a disgrace. The guy doesn't get on the ball enough. The guy doesn't move enough. The players don't pass him the ball. And when he gets the ball, he's so isolated. That is crazy. When it's Liverpool hierarchy are going to wake up. You need to wake up, my friend, because this is not good. At least Wirtz got his goal that was taken away from him at the end by own goal, which is, I think it might not be going on target, yes. But come on, it's a deflection that took it on target. He should have been given the ball. But I don't think his performance was bad. I think he's the only guy that survived this massacre from Liverpool players. I think he's the one that played okay in this game. He's showing glimpses of what he can do, but the manager is killing him by the plan. His teammates are killing him. His teammates are killing him bad. And I think, yes, we talk about the GA for Florian Wirtz, but in the same time, bro, the performances are okay by him. I'm not gonna be disingenuous about this. I think he's not doing the worst. I think he's improving. But the GA is not there because the whole of Liverpool team is absolutely atrocious and terrible. You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Now we're gonna go to the team that played the day before, of course. The 5-4, one of the best Premier League games I've ever seen in my life. 5-4 Manchester City versus Fulham at Fulham. I'm going to start by saying a couple of things. Erling Haaland is the fastest player to reach 100 goals. Now Man City are the real chasers of Arsenal. 5 points behind Arsenal. There is Aston Villa. We're going to show you the league table in a minute, right? After I finish this City section. The attack of Manchester City is very good. I'm not going to deny that. Nobody can deny this. Will Foden is playing good. I think Doku plays good in some games. Erling Haaland is scoring 15 goals this season already, or 14 goals. I don't know exactly, but something crazy like this. He's a goal a game, averaging a goal a game in the Premier League. He is ridiculous. The attack is ridiculous, but football is not only about the attack. And Pep Guardiola, I said that on live shows, and if you haven't watched our live shows, make sure to turn on the notification bell as well. Pep Guardiola conceded 4 goals against Fulham playing a low block, which is ridiculous in my opinion. How do you play a low block and you concede that many chances? That is the dilemma that I can't get my head around. I think Pep Guardiola should stick to his guns. Attack, control the game like he used to do. I know that people tell me that he doesn't have the players for it. No, you do have the players for it because you do control the games before you go up. You do have 60%, 70% possession before you score the goal or the second goal. But then after that, you go to try to defend deep. So nobody should tell me that Manchester City don't have the capabilities and the players and the ability to dominate the game and at least push the opposition a little bit backwards. That's what Pep Guardiola needs to do. And he's not doing that. He's instructing his team to defend and go deep. And that is one of the problems that Manchester City today is that they go to defend deep and they don't know how to defend deep. The likes of Diaz is not used to a low block. Gavardiol is not used to a low block. Matthias Nunes, Nico O'Reilly, whoever is playing at City, Phil Foden has never been asked in his career to play in a low block. Now he's being asked to cover ground in his 18 area and around his 18 area. That is not going to work, Mr. Pep Guardiola. It's not going to work because your players are not trained for it. So if you want to keep within reach with Arsenal, you need to stick to your guns. Stick to what you know. I don't know if he's trying to copy Mikel Arteta in terms of like he wants to be a little bit more defensively structured. He conceded 6 goals in 2 games against Fulham and Leeds. And I think that is nuts. And I think that is ridiculous. And by the way, if it wasn't for a clearance from Gavardiol on the line in the last minute, it would have been 5-5. I want you to deep this and think about it. This is actually crazy what Pep Guardiola is doing now. And now look at him yelling at Savinho at the end of the game. I don't know why is he yelling at Savinho at the end of the game. Savinho, what are you trying to show something? I don't know, what is this? Why is he yelling at Savinho at the end of the game? You won the game. I don't understand this. But in the league table, if we want to go back to the league table, before we end this stream, in this video, if you like it, let me know in the comment section and make sure to check out OK Jersey to get shirts like these, long sleeves, stuff like these are very good. Use the code JUDGE. I want you guys to look at the league table and I want you guys to tell me, do you think it's going to be Arsenal City title race or do you think there is going to be someone else in it? Aston Villa? I don't think so. You think Chelsea? Chelsea are 5th now. Man United winning tomorrow, or today, depending on where you're watching this, will be equal to points with Chelsea. Hit that like button and let me know if you like this kind of videos. I can do them more. And subscribe to the channel. and I will see you guys later.